Well, okay. Looks like that's got it. Mm, okay. Is it going to work? Probably not, but. Okay, anytime. Sometime this year. Sometime this year. There it is. This year. Alright, you gonna. Boy, slow. Slow, slow, slow. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Slow. Really slow. Gotta love this. Only have to wait a half hour to drink water. Only takes a half hour. Got no risk still. That's pretty good. Come on. See, it just doesn't take. Really is a very poorly designed system. Now, maybe in the next 5 minutes it'll take a bite out of that bar, but I doubt it. God. Just really how slow everything is in this game. There's no excuse. Bad programming. These people are amateurs. Yep, that's right. And we're leaving the armistice zone, so obviously I'm no longer in the space station. Now I'm entering the armistice zone. Boy, I'll tell you what. Impressive. Impressive programming by Chris Roberts and his badly hired programmers. Yeah, you see this? Everybody just standing around. We just, this game really has trouble with fucking loading. In fact, this game pretty much has trouble with everything. It really is pretty sad. Pretty sad. What can you say? 8 years, you got a piece of junk. People keep hoping. We keep hoping. But they just don't get better. Never improves. Just bad shit after bad shit. Oh, we're leaving the armistice zone again. So you guys can go ahead and kill me in the elevator because we're no longer in the armistice zone. Because why? Because we have such intelligent programmers. Play now. Spend money. Really piece of junk. But hey, they make pretty pictures. It's the world's second best screenshot generator. It's been replaced by Microsoft Flight Sim. Now see, here we go. Now we got an imaginary door. See, the game runs really well. Whoops. That's not good. Come on, I put my helmet on. Heal.
Recovering.
No, you're not. Heal.
Recovering.
Well, either I'm out of heal pins or it isn't working. Let's find out which it is. Mobile glass.
Open mobiGlass.
It could just as easily not be working. Well, we're actually out, so we'll have to load them up. Now this will take 5 minutes for it to figure it out. Like I say, the programming's not very good. Close mobiGlass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Heal.
Recovering.
Yeah, a lot of flash. That's all it's got. It's got nothing backing it up, but it's got a lot of flash. So spend more money so they can add more flash to the game because God knows they won't actually put in anything that matters. Why? Because they don't know how. And then when they do put something in, they have to take something out because they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Star map.
Activating now.
Maybe this will work today. Yay, it's gonna work today. You never know. You just never know with Star Citizen. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Alright. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
This is the best game to yell at was ever created. Because it's just made so bad. But soon the game will be running right. Soon we'll actually add some game loops. Soon. That's the key word with Star Citizen.
Thank you.
Soon Citizen. Range.
Collecting data.
Yes, I've got the point that all I do is pick on it because after 8 years they still don't have a clue how to make this game. They do do a really good job of making pretty pictures. Jump.
Jumping.
They will sell you ships all day long that have no purpose in this game because there's no gameplay for them. We're talking $1,000 ships. Pictures. Very poor artwork when it comes to the art community. Close comms. I didn't shut them off
Comlink
once. They won't
closed.
stay off. More Star Citizen can't program shit. At least I didn't have to remake my character when I logged in this time. That's half the battle there. Every time you log in, you have to redo everything. Like I say, they're really not very impressive. This game is still 10 years away. In fact, it may be 20 years away. The progress they've made in the last 8 years says that this game is not going to complete in your lifetime, my lifetime. It's not going to complete in Jim Kirk's lifetime. Jim Kirk will be dead before this game ever gets released. In fact, Picard might be dead too. It's entirely possible that Picard will join Jim Kirk in the dead mode. Range.
Collecting
But hey,
data.
keep sending the money. Chris Roberts needs a new car. Jump. Or they need a new office. Jump.
Jumping.
Yes, it's Pick on Star Citizen Day. It will be Pick on Star Citizen Day until Star Citizen actually releases something worth releasing. Instead of more ships. Like I say, it's just a fucking cash cow is all it is. He has no intention of finishing this game. Range.
Collecting data.
No intention, I don't think, of ever having anything completed in this game. I think it has turned into a scam. Jump.
Jumping.
Total lack of progress in the last 3-4 years is what I base that on. Nothing but promises. And then the stuff they promise, they remove it. That's what pretty much tells you it's all a scam. They're not working on nothing. Because if they were working on something, they'd actually have something completed. And since everything they promised, they push back off the roadmap, something tells me they don't have any plans of fixing anything. They just make it up as they go, and then when it's time for it to be released, they just quit talking about it. You know, Squadron 42 was supposed to be out months ago. Theater of War was supposed to be out months ago. They don't even talk about those things here lately. All a scam to get your money. Sure appears to be a scam after all these years. You know, after 8 years, after 3 years of no progress since 3.0, you begin to wonder that, yeah, they don't have any intention of making this game. They just milking it for cash. Because he's a con man. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
There are games out there they actually work on. Dual Universe is one of them. Actually working on them. Not just making a bunch of promises they can't keep. Persistent Universe, Dual Universe, check. Everybody on one server or Dual Universe, check. Did I mention they started production after this game did? They actually have gameplay loops, they promised. They actually added more. You know? Star Citizen, they just make excuses. There's supposed to be a rock out here. Just because you pick a rock up on a scanner doesn't mean it's actually going to be there. That's one thing about Star Citizen. It lies about everything. It has taken lessons from Chrissy. Yep. When the facts get in the way, just lie. That's the key. Why aren't you slowing down here? Whoops, don't want to hit that too hard. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Whoops. I don't want to stand by. You do it instantly. It's worthless. That's worthless. We're talking worthless here. Well, it's worth a few credits, but it's not worth my time. Beep, 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 beep. Tiger Tanium. Nope, don't want it. Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
It's been accepted. As long as it's accepted, I'm good with it. Whee! I'm like slip sliding away. That probably is the rock. The rock. Mining mode. Now, scanning doesn't work half the time. Part of it is it doesn't like being in VR. See, it should scan and occasionally it'll work. But even if I'm not in VR, it's 50 hit and miss because Star Citizen. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Scanning mode.
Accepted. You may now proceed.
Think about it, if you're going to do anything in Star Citizen, you learn to live with the bugs because most of them are as old as 3.0 and don't get fixed. Not much anything. I'm just screwing around today. Nothing fabtabulous. Whee! Whoops, gotta hit the ground. Probably not a good idea. But you know, sometimes. Whoa, we got rocks. We got rocks.
I should play with you someday.
Someday. But I'm kind of on, God knows when, you know, I'm not very consistent when I play. I admit that. Not very consistent. Whoa, slow down. Mining mode.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Terranite. Ooh. Ooh. An agrium at the same time. I guess we're going to have to take that fucking rock. That rock is ours. Watch me blow myself up. But we are going to, this is a good rock. Got a little bit of everything. Got some good stuff in it. Come on. Oh, you're going to be one of those that doesn't want to bust. Oh, look how little the range is in green. Oh, this ought to be fun.
It's not heating up.
No, it's not. And what that means is it's going to heat up all at once. See how it's acting? It's heating and then it's cooling and heating and cooling. Let's see if I can turn the gimbals on in here. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Gimbals.
Actioned.
Not turn it on. Alt G, right? I can see this is working real well today. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Oh, come on. Gimbals.
Actioned.
Damn it. Gimbals are not turning on. This is not good. Oh, come on. Shit. How did I know that was going to happen? Should have known better. Trying to bust that rock without gimbals. Should have known better. Why they weren't working, I do not know.
It went crazy.
Yeah, well, no, the thing about it is the gimbals were not working, and I knew they weren't working, and I shouldn't even have tried to bust that rock with that. Now I can't even get out of bed. You gotta love Star Citizen. Okay, this is a wasted trip. Yeah, I got nothing. See? Won't get up. Nope. I cannot get up. It will not give me a get up sign. Like I say, the game is
What are
jammed.
gimbals?
So I can swing the mining head. It should be movable. So normally in that case, see, if it started getting red, I would not try to shut the beam off because it will keep running when you do that.
Yeah, I know.
I would just move my head to get the beam off the rock. Well, being the gimbals aren't working, I couldn't do that. Now, see, I'm stuck here. We cannot get up. See, that's a disconnect. Imagine that. You gotta love Star Citizen. 8 years, and this is the best they come up with. And this will probably
Buggy.
not. Yeah, it's just a mess. I mean, seriously, after 8 years, do something right. If you're that damn inept, hire somebody who isn't. I mean, come on. There really is no excuse for their what they've done, what they're doing. There is no excuse. I don't care. People can claim whatever they want to, but the bottom line is over $300 million.
Maybe Starfield will be better.
Anything is better. I enjoy dual universe. Before this ever hopes to do anything, dual universe will have more content. It already has more content. At least everything in the game there works. Well, see, I knew something was wrong. I can now get up. I mean, is it as pretty? No, it's made with voxels. It's not made with artist
I never
rendition.
played that game.
I like it. I enjoy it. It is interesting. It is not easy. Parts of it are easy. Flying your aircraft, your ship, you're actually flying a spaceship. You're not flying the crap that you got in Star Citizen. You actually have to learn to fly it. Because you will die quite often until you do.
What do you have to do in that game?
Well, it's more of a construction game. Does that make sense? I mean, we have derelict wrecks. I mean, there's PvP. You have to, you don't have to, but the preferred method is to make your own ships, space stations, your own bases. You make everything in that game. It is about making it. You can't buy shit like you can in Star Citizen. You can't. If you're not smart enough to figure out how to make it, you're probably, you're not going to do
Like
very
space engineers?
well. Yeah, there's a good example. It's a lot more involved than space engineers, but it is like that. It is actually a construction game. You build space stations, you build bases, you build ships, your own ships, and you can buy ships. Don't get me wrong, you can buy stuff other people have made if you so want to. I don't do it. I don't know anybody who does do that, but almost everybody makes their own because that makes everything distinctive. And you can make it as good or as bad. If you just want something to get around, you can make that. If you want something that has a lot of capabilities, you can do that. I really enjoy it.
Why do you keep on playing SC?
Because I keep hoping sooner or later they're going to fix something. I don't play it very much anymore. I just don't. It's just not worth my time because I know it's just a buggy mess. And they don't seem to fix anything, you know what I mean? Just like Gimbal's not working there. Why the hell wouldn't Gimbals work? I'm not surprised they didn't work. I've logged in before and couldn't get them to work. Why? These are things that have been going on for years and years that they never fix. But I keep hoping that Chris Roberts will actually get thrown out of Star Citizen. They'll bring somebody in who can make a game. Just like Freelancer. Freelancer would have never got finished as long as Chris Roberts was around. They got rid of him and they got a game. That's what's going to happen to happen.
You have hopium?
Yes, that's what's going to have to happen with Star Citizen. The man has no intention of finishing this project. He's just milking it for cash. And people haven't realized it yet. But it's the same thing as Freelancer. Exactly the same thing. No difference. He's got a lot of promises, but he does not keep any of them. Theaters of War was supposed to be out over the
An
summer.
addiction to false hopes.
Theaters of War. Star Citizen Squadron 42 was supposed to be out this fall. Yeah, you never hear about it anymore, do you? When's the last thing you heard about Squadron 42? It's not even close to being finished, or it would be out. You see what I'm saying? It's just more bullshit. And you get tired of hearing it from Mr. But I keep hoping. I think a lot of people keep hoping, but, it's not something that's ever going to be, it's never going to be a game. I mean, they advertise that you can play now, but you really can't. There's nothing in the game.
I am all the time wondering if they will show us anything this month.
Oh, I'm sure they'll show us something, but like everything else they show us in December, it gets canceled. Look at everything like I say, last December they bragged about Squadron 42 was getting released. Theaters of War was getting released. All this shit they bragged about. Have you heard anything about it in the last 6 months? All of it was supposed to be released by now. Like I say, I'm sure they'll have more. I'm sure by the end of the month they're going to have more promises.
And more star systems.
And more, no, that's not going to happen. That is never going to happen because unless they go to instancing, that is never going to happen because Chris Roberts and Cloud Imperium does not have a clue how to make this a one-server game. I mean, Dual Universe is a one-server game. Most people don't realize that yet, but everybody who plays Dual Universe is in the same server. So they claim they got new tech. I got news for you. Other people are using the tech, and it's actually working.
One server game.
One server game. Everybody in Dual Universe is on the same server. Nobody is separated. No instancing. What Star Citizen's been bragging about, never been able to do, Dual Universe does it. So, yep, one server for everybody. And like I say, so I don't, like I say, this game has so many promises, but they've never kept any of them. I can't think of one promise. Hell, we still don't. What they released in 3.0 is what we still have. Remember?
How is it possible?
How is it possible? Because you actually have people who program and don't talk a story; they actually do it.
Is there any game that does that yet?
Depends on. It's the only MMO that does it that I know of. Oh no, I think whatchamacallit does it. Doesn't EVE Online do it? Although it's not very graphic. You know what I mean? But I think they only have one server, or one, one shared server, one place. So, and I'm sure there's other games that do it too. See, we just DC'd again. I was afraid that was going to happen, so I guess we're not going to play Star Citizen. It's just got a 30K constantly. So I'll tell you what. Since you don't know, give me about a half hour. I'll set up Dual Universe.
It's crushing too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crashing. Well, when the gimbals didn't work, I knew the server was screwed up. That's a good indication something ain't working, When I couldn't get the gimbals to come on. That is a good indication something ain't right. But give me 10-15 minutes here. I'll fire up Dual Universe. And you can see inside Dual Universe. We'll take a ship out somewhere and go mining. I need to pick up some limestone anyway. And give me about 30 minutes. 20-30 minutes. I'll be back. Okay? And we'll show you what Dual Universe looks like.